Scorpio, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 3rd through the 9th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. Then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Scorpio. What do we got? Ooh, the overall energy for the reading, the moon. You're very... I think you're a little bit secretive about something here. But not 100% secretive. Like, you're not just keeping it 100% to yourself, but I think it's the work you're engaged in right now. It's like some of it you're keeping it to yourself. In the recent past, the Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Magician. Okay, things are looking good there. There's a nice energy of stability on your end that's looking to be... well, you're manifesting something around your stability there, but it looks like it brings you into a good place, good steady place for you there. So something's coming together nicely for you there as far as your stability goes. In the current situation, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Judgment card, it's like you're tackling something very, very, oh, bunny, you're tackling something very, very painful, but it's intentional. It's kind of like, okay, so I've been dealing with something that's not awesome, that's inflicting a lot of pain, and this is it, I'm going for it. Like, deciding you're going exactly at the core of that energy of pain. Very transformative, very powerful type of experience. In the immediate future, the King of Wands, the Strength card, the Eight of Wands. You're definitely gearing up here, gaining the courage, the determination, the clarity, the hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, to open up, to do something or to say something here. But you're ready. The minute you're kind of in that place of, here I go, I'm doing this, you've already acquired everything you need for you to be able to go there. So it's not going to be, here I go, I'm going to do this, and then you pull back, you change your mind. No, the minute you decide I'm doing this, it's because you're ready. Okay, let's clarify. Bunny! Look at that little one. I wonder if it is the little one, but it was a little smaller. About a month ago. I think it grew. And I think it lives under our deck. Anyways. Let's see what you got going on. For the moon, you get the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Swords. There's a disconnect here. There's your energy, then there's another energy, and in between you there's a disconnect, and I feel like it has to do with the secrecy, in the sense of you may not tell them everything about what you're experiencing, or they may not tell you everything about what they're experiencing. Okay, but it's not held as, because I don't want to share with you this. I think it's a personal process of something that somebody's not ready to share yet. So it's not intentional, like I want to keep something away from you. Let me see the Four of Swords in the recent past. You get the Four of Swords, again, the Three of Cups, the Six of Wands. Okay, you've got nice energy surrounding you here. You're in a good place there. You're in a good place. And you're very... like, you're acknowledging all the energy that surrounds you. It almost feels like you're just going about your life, and then for one split second, you just stop and acknowledge where you're at, you know, how far you've come, what you've gained, what you've created, and there's a like an appreciation day over it or something. It's super nice. Let me do the King of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Page of Wands. You're coming through with a pretty cool energy of when I grow up, I want to do that and that and that, and I want to be that, you know. So it's, but you're very determined, and it's not just when I grow up, I want to, whatever. And then you go and do something else. No, you're very, yeah, you're very, you're sticking with it. And I don't think this goes far back as your childhood saying when I grow up I want to be a doctor or whatever. I don't think we're talking about that. But whatever this is just you kind of setting an intention and sticking with it, you know, as far as your stability goes. If anything, I think you're just starting there. That's why it's coming through as when I grow up, you know, when I accomplish this, that's where I needed to go, you know. For the Magician, you get the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower. There were a lot of things that you took on your own, and there's almost an assessment here on your end. Kind of like thinking that whatever you achieve, because it's your dream, you have to go at it on your own and make it hard and make it difficult and not ask for help, God forbid. Or if help is being offered, no, no, because this is my thing. I'm just gonna. But you're kind of looking back at that energy almost in a critical way. Like, what the hell was I thinking? You know, why did I have to make it hard for myself? Whereas now, with that Magician energy, you're almost shown up as wanting to do things a little different, wanting to stay a little more open towards any kind of energy that shows up to maybe help or maybe, you know, benefit you in any kind of way. It's just, I don't know, you're in a nice place there altogether, but there's also things that you're looking back at about how you used to do things, and you're a little bit critical of that. But not critical in the sense of putting yourself down, critical in the sense of, you know, I've learned from that, and I can do things a little different moving forward. Okay. Let's do the Ace of Swords. In the current situation, you get the Two of Swords, the King of Cups, the Justice card. Yeah, you're definitely tackling something painful. Like taking it on. You know, not just, most people would avoid this energy. And probably you too, in other periods of times in your life, you did the same where you avoided it. But now it's like, no, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no fucking idea what the fuck I'm doing. But I have to deal with this situation. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's painful, I have to do it. Okay. Let's do the Three of Swords. Ooh, ow, I got an instant little bit of a headache. For the Three of Swords, you get the Three of Swords again, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. I remember that past energy in which there was a lot of like good stuff coming through, and especially the awareness over that on your end of your achievements, of you where you were at and what you've built and all of that. This almost comes through as I fucked it all up, like I lost it all, which I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think you see it that way, and I think there's a reason that you're supposed to see it somewhat like that. There's a break, there's a crack in there for you, especially in your stability. And I think there's almost a sense of deconstruction. There's almost a sense of you need to do things a little bit different, you know? So at this point, the way you would feel this energy would almost make you feel like a failure. You know, where you might lose a job, you might lose something that has to do with your house or things like that. And all of that is kind of almost making you feel, again, like you fucked it up, like you did something that fucked it all up. Which I don't think that's true. I think there's a new direction that's trying to to kind of emerge from all of this. And yeah, there's almost like a breaking down of what it was so that the new can show up for you. Which I don't know what that is for you. All I know is that these energies don't feel good at all for now, but you're in the midst of a very, very transformational process here. And you're in the nasty feeling part of it, because most of these big ass energies come with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you're past the bad, you're in the ugly, you know. But there's also something good to it. So for the Judgment card, you get the Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. I don't think you know where you're going either here. Once this breaks down somehow, this that you knew as your stability, I don't think you know where you're going either. But I do think you're following your intuition as much as possible. And that's the best thing you can do at this point. And that's where the good is. Because you are showing up as, I'm just taking it easy one day at a time, and I don't necessarily have a plan. I don't even think I need one. But let's just see what happens, you know? So you're kind of taking it like that, kind of going with the flow. Despite the, you know, the bricks that are starting to fall down from that foundation. It's interesting. I like your approach to it. Most people would freak out and panic. And I think you've had your share of that here and there. For the King of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Death card. There's, ooh, Scorpio. You invented this energy of death and destruction. And now you're kind of going through it. There's shedding. Shedding, for sure. On multiple levels. The good part about it is that it's not all happening at once. You know, it's on levels, you know. Something's going on around your stability right now that's starting to, again, lose bricks out of that foundation. Then more on a personal level, it's starting to affect you personally. Where there's definitely something that's you're bringing to an end. Let me do the Strength card. You get the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I still like your attitude, because it's like, I have no idea what's next. I have no idea what's happening after. You know, I'm just here with what is happening right now. And it most of the times it feels like shit. But I don't have time to think about what's next, because that would be a waste of time and energy. And I think you're right about that. But you do know that this is a process of deconstruction, basically, and of shedding. Lots of shedding happening on your end. That you're clear about. So I think you're trying to keep yourself as present as possible with this process and not focus on what's next, because as I said, I don't think you have a plan for what's next. And I think that's the exact point to all of this, to not have a plan, to see what's next when you get there. Let's do the Eight of Wands. In the immediate future, you get the Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Judgment card. Some things are gonna not come with you, not join you in the next chapter here. So some things are going to be left behind, and you're the one that's going to leave those things behind. That includes people, places, energies, all sorts of things involved in there. And this is people. This belongs to the category of people, where something just doesn't make sense to you anymore. Maybe a friendship, maybe, I don't know. And as tough as it is, somehow this process is leading you in the direction of saying goodbye to whoever this is and moving on. You know? But this is, again, I'm happy actually that it's not happening all at once, because that would be a lot. It's a lot anyways, but it's kind of giving you a little bit of time to adjust to the change of levels here of, okay, right now your stability is starting to shake. Then your personal relationships, then, you know, so things like that. But you are going through a death process. You invented those. if anyone can deal with this shit, it's you. You know? So, from the universe for you as a final advice, you get the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, just some things are just not going to make sense anymore. The things that just 5 minutes ago they made sense. You know, they worked and you were there with those things. Slowly but surely you're going to feel a disconnection from all of that and they're just not going to make sense. Is that squirrel following the bunny? Are you fucking kidding me? It's not a squirrel buddy. It's not your buddy. It's my buddy. Yeah, the squirrel is following the bunny and they're so cute. Though. And the bunny's like, leave me alone, I'm not one of you. But the squirrel is playing. They're literally playing. Hopping and... Oh. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.